Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and this is the Transformational Soul. I want to welcome you if you're here for the first time, and if you are, please, make a comment, even if you just want to say hi. That way, we know that you're here. Otherwise, I don't have any way to know that you're here. And welcome back if you've been here before. I want to thank everyone, that tunes in and listens in. And I want to thank everyone for their support for me and the show. Please, please, please continue to like it, share it, subscribe, and participate. It makes it so much more fun when you guys participate. Goldylocks Production shows are now available on Rumble as well as YouTube. And a few of the shows, including this one, is available on Facebook. If you feel motivated to make a donation or a tip to me or the show or any of the shows, if you're watching via YouTube, you can do that with the super chat, super sticker option. If you're on Facebook, you can do that through the Venmo option. And if you are watching over on Rumble, you can do that via a Rumble rant. So, that you have all of those options, if you feel so inclined to do so. So we are in our 7th season at Goldylocks Productions. And, that is just so exciting. I'm so honored and grateful to be a part of this amazing family. And our family is growing. We have a new addition. Beginning Tuesday next week, the 14th at 8 p.m., Robin's Cosmic Soul Food Show will debut with our very own Robin McGuire. Many of you already know Robin. She's always commenting in the chat on all of the Goldylocks shows. And you may remember her. She was on my show as my special guest last month, I believe. And so now she'll be sitting on this side of the camera instead of that one. So Robin, as you know, she's an amazing psychic medium, and she does these amazing charm readings. I've never seen anybody do those before. So if you don't know what that is, then make sure you tune in next week and Tuesday and find out. It's very, very exciting. My 3rd book was released this past weekend, The ABCs of Forgiveness, and it's available on Amazon and in the Kindle store. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can download it and watch it for free. So that's a really great deal. And I want to remind everyone that my master class on how to self-publish your book was rescheduled from last month, and it's going to be Saturday, September 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, excuse me, you can sign up for that. And a little bit about the class is I'm going to show you how you can self-publish your own book. By the time you get done with the class, you'll be able to go online and upload your book. I've made it very easy for you. The process isn't really complicated. It's just about getting down the information and trying to remember it all. So you guys can start getting your questions ready, but make sure you get signed up so we know how many people to expect for the class. Hi, Joy. So nice to see you. And also this Saturday, September 11th, we are going to have a special spiritual message circle. It's going to be a lot of healing, sound healing, a lot of upliftment to commemorate the anniversary of 9/11. So that'll be at 8 p.m., on Goldylocks Productions. And I know a lot of you tune in for that. We have that a couple times a month. And I know a lot of you, really love that show. It's so much fun. And there'll be several of the co-hosts on there, and Tiffany. And it's just a lot of fun. So how is everybody doing out there? I know we had some talk last week about how the energy has been. So I'm just wondering, Joyce, I know you were really feeling it last week. Has it started to resonate more with you? Are you feeling better? Hi, Veronica. So good to see you. Because I know it's really how my energy level has really changed a lot in the last week or two. My energy is finally coming back, and I'm pretty excited and grateful about that. Sorry, guys, I had my fan blowing, and it just dried my throat out, and now it just tickles like crazy. So I turned the fan off. Joyce said better but crazy. Veronica says hi. Ruth, Tiffany, and everyone. I'm so glad you could all be here. I have noticed for myself this change in energy. I'm finally starting to get some of my energy back, but it wasn't, and I was thinking about this morning. It's not even just my physical energy, but just like I haven't been posting it on social media as much. I've been a little slower to answer people. I just was tired. Every aspect of me, my body, my mind, um, it was all pretty tired. But from having so much time to rest and reevaluate, where I'm putting my energy, it's finally starting to change. And I noticed today that my energy level is so much better. It's not quite where it normally is, but it has improved a lot. Veronica says, grateful to be here in this beautiful, safe, energetic space. Well, we're really happy to have you here. Before the show, I pulled some cards for the group, and it was just really interesting the messages that they want to get across. The first one was about prioritizing, about what's important to you. You have to get your thoughts organized and figure out where you want to put your energy. And that's really important because you don't want to give your energy to things that you don't want or to fear, because all that's going to do is increase those things. So you always want to focus your energy on what it is exactly that you want. But in addition to prioritizing what you want, the angels also want you to take a role of leadership. And the messages that I'm getting about this is it's not necessarily about going out there and being a leader, among a group of people, but being a leader among your close-knit family, your close-knit friends, and being a leader for yourself. You have to lead yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to be your own hero. And, when you do these things and you stop holding back and you just take that leap, you're going to spread those wings and you're just going to soar. And I thought that was pretty awesome because it says the timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. But you have to prioritize your thoughts. You have to figure out what it is that you want to do, where you want to be. Joyce said she took a nap around dinner and feels revived. Oh, I know naps are great, but you can't I've noticed for myself, like if I take one that's too short or one that's too long, I'm worse off. But if I get that sweet spot, it's amazing. It can just regenerate you so much. Hi, Anita. I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Sarah. So glad you could all join us tonight. And also, we have to accept what is. Hi, Kim. And this says, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. And, once you prioritize and once you live your life outside of fear, you are living in that place inside of yourself, your authentic self. And, I was remembering this morning too, that when my chauffeurs came about and I was talking to Tiffany about it, and she's like, well, what do you want to call it? And I said, well, I don't know. And she said, well, come up with some names and, talk to your team, your spiritual team, and, you know, see what you can find out. But then, I have to Google to make sure nobody else has taken that name. And every name I came up with, was already taken. So I'm like, Tiffany, I need some help. So she said to me, she said, well, what do you want the purpose or the intention of your show to be? And I said, well, I feel like it's my purpose to help people to peel away those layers to get to the truth of who they are so that they can live an authentic life. And that's how she came up with the name and the logo, which I love the logo. And then I was on Amazon one day, and as you see, my backdrop is almost exactly like the logo. And it was just so cool how that happened. And, I told you guys a long time ago that I have a vision board that I did. And I probably did this in about 2015, maybe 2014, right around in there. And I have it hanging in my room. And I mean, like when I first, made it, I used to look at it all the time. And, it has something on there about my book. It has something on there about, different things. And a lot of the things on there have happened. And I was looking at it the other day, and I noticed that right smack dab in the middle is this same picture. And I thought, holy cow, when I put it on there, I liked it. And, it made me think of being centered and aligned. And that's why I was drawn to it. But now when I look at it, it's like, it's just so cool. I love when things like that happen. And when you can look back and, all these little things start to make sense. They really, really do. Let's see here. Hi, Jill. Nice to see you. Well, thank you so much for your super sticker, Jill. I really appreciate that. And Joyce says, this one was right on. Well, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Hi, Kristen. Nice to see you. So sometimes, some weeks, the angels are in the spirit, whatever you want to call it, intuition. I will be getting those messages early in the week on, this is the messages we want to convey this week. And then sometimes I don't get any at all. This was the week that I didn't get any at all until today. So things started coming through today. And, well, you are welcome, Karina 2021. Nice to see you. And Devin is here. Devin says, hi, hello, howdy, Ruth and Tiffany, and all the beautiful people who are watching. Much love to all. Well, thank you, Devin, and much love to you, my friend. So transformation is what kept coming up for me this week. And last week it was metamorphosis, which, they really go together. And, we transform so many ways in our life. I guarantee you're all going through some form of transformation right now. And transformation, metamorphosis, and change. And change has come up for me this week on how a lot of people are very fearful of the word. A lot of people don't do well with change. Maybe not so much fear. Maybe a lot of people with fear, yes, but a lot of people are just apprehensive. But, change does not mean something bad. Change does not mean something bad. Everything that happens in our life is for our best and highest good. So any change that comes is going to be for our best and highest good, right? So you got to think about it that way too. I know my mom was one of those people that she always liked things to be the same all the time. And she had a really difficult time, when something major, which was going to change in her life, or, even just like moving the furniture, that was a big change because it was so different. But she, eventually you have to adjust to change. If you don't, where are you going to be? You're going to be in the same place all the time. You're never going to be able to move forward. So change is really an important aspect of our life. And it's a key to making that transformation, because all these little changes are going to add up to a major transformation for you. And, I said that I feel like it's my purpose to help people to peel away those layers to get at the truth of who they are, so that you can live an authentic life. And that's what I try to do with my show. And that's what I do in my writing as well. And, my books have been divinely guided. And, it's just my intention that people will be able to help themselves to heal, because we all have things that we need to heal from. We all have, that old baggage and those situations. And even, when you are able to heal all that stuff from the past, there's still going to be things that happen in your life, right? That maybe you don't want to happen. And then down the road, you're going to have to heal from that. However, now it's a little bit different, because since you've healed the past, you kind of have the tools to deal with situations as they happen. So you're not going to start accumulating that baggage anymore, right? Okay, Heidi. Oh, Heidi. Well, hello, Heidi. I know you. I'm so happy you're here. I'm glad you told me that Karina 2021 was Heidi. That's awesome. Veronica says, I love the Bowie song, Turn and Face the Strange Changes. Yeah, and changes can be very strange. And as I was just reading those words, I was shuffling my cards, and a few of them popped over for everyone. And look at this. The number 1 card that came up was courage, because we have to have courage to change, right? We have to have courage to step outside of our comfort zone. And, if you stay in your comfort zone all the time, sure, you're going to be comfortable, but you're going to be very stagnant. All the energy around you is just going to be very stagnant, because it's not moving anywhere, right? And what happens when you stay in that stagnant energy for a long time? It's going to start affecting you on every level of your being. So, change is good. Moving forward is fantastic. And we need to do everything that we do with passion. Find what lights that fire in your soul. Hi, Melissa. I'm so happy to see you. Find what lights that fire in your soul, because that is your passion. And that's what you need to be doing. And when we're living in our passion, our light is shining so bright that, we just light up everywhere we go. And that's what we all need. Imagine if we are all doing this. Imagine the light and the vibration. Be the highest vibrations of love and light everywhere, spreading out to everyone. And the angels want to remind you to spend some time outdoors. Regenerate your energy, rejuvenate yourself. Spending time in nature is very therapeutic. It's very healing. If you meditate, and you can meditate out in nature, that's pretty amazing too. When I first started meditating, I've always heard of people meditating. I thought, I'm going to try this. And this was a lot of years ago. So I put my headphones on, and I sit there, and I would just, in like 3 minutes, I was asleep throughout the whole meditation video or whatever I had on. And I thought, well, I'm going to try it again. And every time I would try it, I would just be out. And it took me a few years of practicing, and guided meditation when I began really helped me, because my whole problem with meditating used to be I would have like a million thoughts going everywhere in my mind, and I couldn't quiet my mind enough. I don't know how I fell asleep doing that, but my mind would just be all over the place, and then I just pass out. So when I started doing the guided meditations, it gave me something to focus on. And a lot of then, as these other thoughts started going away, then I started meditating with just the music and sitting in the silence. And then I was able to do it. So I don't know if that will help anyone else that's trying to meditate, but that certainly helped me. I started with the guided meditations because it gave me a place to focus my thoughts. And um, and then I graduated on to just listening to the healing music and letting whatever happen happen. But it got, with more and more practice, it got easier and easier to, dismiss my thoughts. And also, if there was other sounds like outside of the room that I was in, I didn't really even hear them. I was just so focused on my inner being that all that stuff just kind of fell to the wayside. And that was pretty exciting. Okay. Yep, Joyce says that's her. She falls asleep. Yeah, and but I'll tell you, sleeping like when you're meditating and you fall asleep, that's a pretty deep, restful sleep, I have to say. But then I've heard from other people too that if you're listening to the music or if it's a guided meditation, that even though you're asleep, that your subconscious is still intaking all of that. So, I'll just leave that with you guys. And Veronica says, very helpful. Thank you. You are welcome, Veronica. So the other two cards that came flipped over when we were talking about the David Bowie song was gifts from God. And we all have gifts from God, don't we? And what's the best thing about a gift? What's the best thing about a gift or a present is giving it away, right? Sharing it with others. And that's what we all need to be doing, right? We need to be sharing all of those gifts that we were given, and we have to be open to receiving gifts. A lot of times, we like to be the giver and we don't like people giving back to us, but we have to be open from our heart space and be open to receive, because if you don't, you're going to block all of the good that is coming to you. And there is so much good coming to you. And you have to believe that you deserve it, because you do. There is nothing that you could do that you would be undeserving of love. Nothing. And also remember, no, I didn't yet, Joe. So you didn't miss it. And Archangel Raphael wants to remind you to breathe. Now, not only just breathing in our everyday life that we have to breathe to stay alive, but, when you get upset or you get agitated, take a few deep breaths. I used to do this with my grandkids, and, they saw it on Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which is a really great kid show. When Daniel would get upset, he would stop and count to 10. And just taking that minute, to stop, it takes your attention off of what you're upset about. And when my granddaughter Hannah started kindergarten, it was during, when the schools were closed down. That was her first year of kindergarten. So she was doing a lot of online school, and I would help her get on there and do what she had to do. And they would do this exercise where they had to practice, pretend like they were blowing out a candle. And, it's just, I read it like several times and I listened to it several times, and then I got it. They were taking a deep breath and letting it out. But the way they described it to the children, that's pretty good. They, and they would do that several times when they got upset. And that's just a really great way to present it to a child. I thought that was pretty awesome. So I've always told my grandkids that when you get upset, stop, take a few deep breaths. And if they start doing that now, hopefully, they'll continue to do that when they're older. That would be the hope anyway. Okay. I will get you a card right now, Jill. And then anybody else that would like a message, feel free to put that in the chat. I'd be happy to pull some cards for you, see what the angels want you to know, what messages they have for you today. And Veronica said, that's so awesome. You're so awesome. And Veronica, thank you for tuning in all the way from Australia. And I think it's, what is it there, like about 10 a.m.? Kristen would love some cards. All right, let me see. All right, Jill. Jill will be first, and then Kristen. Jill. What message do we have for Jill today? Okay, let me get the other deck here. So, okay, Joyce. Okay, Heidi. Oh, there we go, Joy. Here we go. Jill, opening to love. Look at that great big heart. And it says, my heart is open. And we were just talking about that, about having an open heart and having that heart ready to receive. And I think the angels just want to remind you, we're all very giving people, all of us. I know that because I can feel all the energy that I get from you guys. I feel the love that I get from you guys. And I'll tell you, sometimes when I'm done with the show, like, it's pretty overwhelming in a good way. And I'm very grateful for that. And, I have learned throughout my life to be open to receiving. And I mean, if not, all that I wouldn't even feel it or recognize it, right? So we always want to make sure that we keep our heart open. Let's see what else we have here for you, Jill. Relationship harmony. The angels are helping you to find harmony within your relationships. The hearts of everyone that are involved are being opened. The angels are there working behind the scenes to help you achieve harmony in your relationships. And it also says that any arguments or conflicts are now being resolved. And this one also came up for you, Jill. Career transition. And it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So your life purpose is triggering a life career change. Well, that's really, really exciting. Just stay on your spiritual path that you are on, because you are definitely headed in the right direction. I feel like there's going to be some changes coming for you down the road, and that they're all going to be, of course, good ones, and they'll be for your best and highest good. So I hope that helps you, Jill. And then Kristen was next. Let's see. Before I get to you, Kristen, I just want to take a minute here. We're almost at the halfway point. And I want to send out a huge thank you to the beautiful angel that sponsored my show for the month of September. I am very, very grateful. It was such a kind and generous thing for you to do. So thank you so much. And if you would like to sponsor this or any of the Goldylocks shows, you can contact my amazing producer, Tiffany White Sagewoman, for more details on how you can do that. And Tiffany will also create a thank you sponsor video that will play at the half point of the show that you've sponsored. If you have a small business, it's a great way to get your name out there. Or if you have a friend or family member that has a small business, it would be a great way for them to get their name out there. So I would just leave that with you. If you feel so inclined to do so, it's greatly appreciated. Now we go to Kristen. What messages do we have for Kristen today? Oh, Kristen, there we go. Sharing of yourself. Sharing of yourself. This is a great affirmation here. I am an incredibly generous being. Incredibly generous being. And you are a very generous being. You're very loving. You're very kind. You're very giving. And you need to open yourself up more to receive that from others and to receive that from yourself as well. Because it's important that no matter what we give to others, that we make sure that we give to ourselves. Self-care and self-love are just crucial to our growth, crucial to our evolution. And let's see what else comes out of this deck for you, Kristen. Here we go. Moon cycles. And, this is the angels are talking about noticing how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize on these cycles. Have you noticed an increase in your energy, like maybe during the full moon? Put that to, good use to benefit you. Manifestation, I feel, comes very easy for you. And if you work with the cycles of the moon, I feel like it's going to increase the power behind those manifestations. So I hope that helps you, Kristen. And Heidi. Let's see what we have for Heidi. Okay. Let's get an affirmation for you, Heidi. Oh, look at that. Cherishing self. Talking about loving ourselves, cherishing ourselves. And it says, I accept and love myself. And how important is that, Heidi? Loving yourself, treating yourself with the highest vibrations of love, shining your light so that not only others will see, but it also illuminates you, right? But accept every part of you. We all have little things about us that maybe, they're not our favorite thing. But, I've heard people before say, oh, I hate my feet, or, oh, I hate my ears, whatever it is. But don't. Embrace every part of you. Every single part, every aspect of you. And love every part of you. None of us we're all human, all of us here on earth. And being human, we're not going to be perfect in the sense that we are spiritually, right? Because in spirit, we are perfect. But accepting every aspect of you will help you also. It will increase the love that you have for yourself. So let's see what else the angels have for you today. I really like those cards because they all have such beautiful affirmations on them. Okay, Heidi, what did the angels want you to know? Okay. Oh, spend some time outdoors. And I know you love the outdoors, especially the water. And, get some fresh air, connect with nature. And, while you're sitting there connecting with nature, you're just going to start getting a lot of some new creative ideas. And I feel like you're already receiving messages, and maybe they're not as clear as you would like them to be. So just, tell the angels, you need a clearer message. You need validation that what you perceive it to be is actually what it is. Because they will do that. They will assist you in every way that they can, but you just have to ask. So Heidi, I hope that helps you. Okay. Oh, we have Joyce. Okay. And as I'm going through the chat here, if I start getting to the end and I seem to have missed you, please, please, please let me know, because that is never my intention, ever. Joyce. Manifesting dreams, Joyce. My dreams are coming true. What a great affirmation. My dreams are coming true. And they are. Your dreams are coming true. So here again is where you want to make sure you prioritize. Because when you bring these things into being, you want to make sure that the things that are most important are at the top of your list. Definitely. Okay. Let's see, Joyce. Clear cognizance. The angels want you to pay attention to thoughts and ideas that are coming to you. because these are some of your answered prayers. I feel like a lot of things are coming into focus for you right now, Joyce. And you're starting to manifest things in your life exactly the way you want them. I feel like for a while, maybe you didn't feel really confident in being able to manifest things into your life, but I feel like your confidence has grown. And I feel like you're getting lots of messages, and I feel like they are just right there holding your hands, helping you. So make sure that you prioritize what's most important to you. Because, I feel like in the next few months that things are going to start manifesting even quicker for you, very quickly. So I hope that helps you. Let's see what we have for Kim. Kim. Oh, Kim, prioritize. And I believe that's the third time tonight that this card has come up. So it's really important, that we get our thoughts organized. Kim, focus on your highest priorities. The angels are going to help you get motivated. They are going to help you get organized. And I feel some of this for you is in a physical sense of organization, as well as your thought process and prioritizing, what's most important to you right now, what's second, what's third, and really focusing and, honing in on those things. Let's see what affirmation. Oh, there we go. Planting seeds. How interesting is that? And it says, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So you are planting seeds. You're going to nurture those seeds in your soul. And then wait and see what is going to bloom for you. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm very excited for you, Kim. I see, this beautiful garden ahead for you. But just make sure that you nurture it. You feed it. You water it. You send it lots and lots of love and light. Okay, Veronica. Veronica says, I'd love a message. Yep, 10 a.m. Thursday. I'm watching from the future. That's pretty good. What do we have for Veronica? Oh. Compassion, Veronica. Compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Compassion is such a beautiful thing when we can have compassion for others and for situations. But we also need to have a lot of compassion for ourselves, don't we? Because it's sometimes we may feel it's hard to love ourselves because of things, we may have done or things we may have even thought. We always tend to be harder on ourselves than anybody else. And we're always willing to send love and compassion to other people. And a lot of times we forget to send those things to ourselves. So just make sure that you continue to feel compassion for yourself and to send yourself lots and lots of love and light and peace. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Fear is not real. Only love is real. So I hope that message resonates with you, Veronica. Hi, Elizabeth. It's nice to see you. All righty, let's get you a message. Elizabeth. Oh. So I have to tell you, we had some rain on Labor Day, on Monday. We had some quite heavy downpours, thunderstorms early in the morning. And then Monday and Tuesday, and even this morning a little bit, when I walked outside, it was not like walking into an oven. The humidity was like 36%. I've never seen that here before. And the temperature this morning was a 69, which it was just amazing. Just absolutely so enjoyable to be outside. So, Elizabeth, being in the flow. And this is a great affirmation for you. I am in the flow of the universe. I am in the flow of the universe. And when you're in the flow, what happens? You just glide along, don't you? It's when we try to put up barriers or obstructions, or we don't want to go with the flow. That's when we have all these issues, isn't it? So you are right in tune and flowing right with the universe. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is always going to be perfect, but it's going to make your ride a lot easier. And Archangel Uriel is reminding you that you know what to do. You already know. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. I feel like you have a very strong sense of your intuition, and I feel like you don't have a problem acknowledging that and following that, and that is awesome. Always trust your intuition. Always go with your gut, because it will never, ever, ever let you down. So I hope that message helps. Melissa. Okay, I went too far. Okay, oh, I went way too far. Okay. So we have Melissa Parks next. And most of you know Melissa Parks from her wonderful show, Joyful Findings, which is on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Melissa just has the most wonderful ability to tap into your energy, and she can read pretty much anything about you as far as you just tap into her show and you'll see what I mean. And she's got a fantastic energy. She kind of reminds me of a bumblebee, just kind of like buzzing around, because they're just quick and bzzz, and that's what she reminds me of. So now I'm going to be thinking about that every time I think of you, Melissa. Proceeding softly, it says. And it says, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. And that is so true. You know, in those moments of quietude, and I just love that word, and I've been using it. The first time I ever heard it was on the card. Quiet solitude, quietude. It's just beautiful. And I've been enjoying some quietude lately. And that is the place where we're going to start to grow, right? When we're in that silence and in that quiet, because that's when we can hear. That's when we can hear the messages that we need to hear for ourselves. Let's see. Melissa. Oh. Spiritual understanding. It says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Well, now, isn't that interesting? This is Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. And I know, Melissa, from seeing your show, I know all of the things that you get through your automatic writing. A lot of those are symbols. And, you know, there's a lot of spiritual truths in there. And I feel like all this information is really being downloaded to you quickly and for a reason. But you can, you know, call on Archangel Raziel to assist you with that, to help you to understand the deeper meaning, possibly. Because I think it's pretty cool, you know, all of the symbols and the drawings that you do. And that's, you know, that's where they're all coming from. So I feel like that's just something that's, expanding you even more. So that's really exciting. I hope that resonates with you. Sarah, Super Space Cookie. Let's see what we got. Little Mary Sunshine. Okay. Let's see if we have an affirmation for you, Sarah. Okay. Sarah. Okay. Being in the flow. I love this card. It's so exciting. I am in the flow of the universe. Look at her just floating right along there. And you really are. You're really in the flow. And that's why so many things are happening for you right now. That is why so many things are coming to light for you, because you are in the flow. You're going with the flow. You're not trying to let fear stop you. You're not trying to, change the course and go backwards. You're exactly where you need to be. And 3 cards flipped over for you. And the first one is courage. And you have to have courage to take, those steps outside of your comfort zone. Because, yeah, it can be a little scary, stepping out into the unknown. It's like you see in those movies sometimes, somebody opens the door and their house is up in the outer space somewhere. And, they have nowhere else to go except to take a step outside that door. But then when they do, they're exactly where they're supposed to be. So, it's just blind faith, whatever you want to call it. But you have to take that leap. And also some chakra clearing. Just feel about your energy. Feel if there's any areas where you feel like you might be imbalanced a little bit. And, through meditation or, some Reiki, you can help to balance that out for yourself. And pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. I know you have lots of them. Clear cognizance, because the angels are communicating with you. They're giving you these thoughts and ideas to help answer the prayers that you have asked for. So I hope that makes sense for you, Sarah. And Devin. And Jill says, thank you. Wow, what a great reading. Well, awesome, Jill. I'm glad that really helped. Devin. And let's see. Heidi says, yes, I need that reminder to talk to the angels. Thank you. Yes. And I do too. I mean, sometimes I forget, something will come up and, I guess it's from all the years of living in a human body and being ingrained one way. It's not always my first thought is, oh, let me ask the angels for help with that. But after a few minutes, it is my thought. But it doesn't always just immediately, come to me. So we all need those reminders. So, oh, Devin, that card flipped right over for you. Starting fresh, Devin. And it says, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Well, that's really exciting. A new beginning is blossoming. Now that makes me think of springtime and the flowers popping up and blossoming. And, that's what's happening with you. So new opportunities are very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. And Devin, I just want to remind you that all is well. Everything is exactly the way it should be. And everything that is happening in your life, as in all of our lives, is all happening in divine timing. We can't rush anything ourselves. We can't do that. It's all in divine timing. So everything is going to play out and work out the way it's supposed to. All we have to do is trust that it will. As long as we trust it, we're going to see it. It's going to happen. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay, Joyce. Ooh. Well, hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Joyce says, you're so right. Thank you. Sending love. Well, thank you, Joyce. I'm sending it back to you as well. Thank you. Just what I needed to hear. Well, Veronica, that is awesome. Elizabeth says, I'm in such a positive flow and doing it as I want to, not feeling like I have to. Please, everyone. that I don't have to please everyone. It's so liberating. I'm so much happier. Yes, strong intuition. Thank you. And that is just so powerful. It's okay to say no. You don't have to say yes to everybody. Saying yes to everybody does nothing but exhaust you and depletes your energy. So, way to go, Elizabeth. That is so awesome. Well, Heather, I would love to give you a message. And Veronica said, Elizabeth, that's so cool. Good for you. Okay. Heather, let's get you an affirmation first. And you guys, don't forget, next Tuesday, Robin McGuire's debut show. Let me see what it's called again. It is Robin's Cosmic Soul Food Show. And if you guys have seen Robin, she's usually here commenting. But she was on my show last month, and she did some really cool charm readings, which I've never seen that before. She's the only person I've ever seen do that. And that was like so cool. So if you want to know what that is, then tune into her show next Tuesday. And it'll be so much fun. She's really awesome. She's a great psychic medium. She can see a lot. I had a reading with her before she was on my show. And during the reading, we were both blown away. The information that came through for her, it was just unbelievable. Okay, Heather, breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. And I feel like the choices that you're making in your life are going to bring you a lot more joy and a lot more freedom. So that's really exciting for you. Now let's see what messages the angels have for you tonight. Okay, there we go. Career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So I know that recently, you shared this last week, that you're starting a new chapter in your life. So I feel like you are just completely on the right track. And several cards actually flipped over for you, Heather. And the angels also want you to give all of your cares and worries to them. You don't have to worry about a thing, because they are going to take care of everything for you. And the ideas that you are getting are divinely guided. Know that they are divinely guided. And take action to bring your ideas into fruition. So I don't know if you're getting some new ideas, but know that all these thoughts and ideas that are coming to you are divinely guided. And remember to have compassion for yourself. And I feel like you have compassion for others, but sometimes you tend to leave yourself out of that group. So, just focus a little bit more on yourself and taking care of your needs and loving yourself more. And passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. And again, you said you're starting this new chapter with a new job, and that's really exciting. So I feel like this is going to renew something in you or ignite something in you that maybe hasn't been there for a while with your career. So, or it's going to reignite. And this is a really good one. You also got this card, creative writing. And it says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. It's really important to write down your thoughts, different things you're going through, ideas that come to you, dreams that you have. Keep track of those things. Try and journal them. And then, a few months from now, look back and see what they mean to you at that point in time. See what things have possibly, come to fruition, or maybe things that you jotted down are ideas for something in the future. It's always really cool to do that. I had ran across some stuff that I wrote like a long time ago, and it was all pertinent now. And just to run across that and find that, I thought that's like the coolest thing ever. Devin says, don't ever rush life. It has its own pace. Just believe in yourself. Yes. And Veronica's cannot wait to see Robin's show. I can't either. I'm really excited for Robin. Really excited. So it looks like we're just about out of time, but I do want to mention again that my new book is out, The ABCs of Forgiveness. So you guys check that out on Amazon. And also, if you do journal, if you do write, or you think you might want to in the future, please, please, please sign up for my How to Self-Publish Your Book class. It's going to be September 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And, it's going to be really exciting because in addition to showing you like the process that I went through, I've got lots of tips. I've got lots of shortcuts and things that I didn't have, things that I learned the hard way so that, I can tell it to you guys to make it easier for you. So I hope you guys will sign up. That would be so exciting. And get that in. And don't forget, this Saturday is a special spiritual message circle for 9/11. Heather said, wow, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. That hit everything I've been wondering or scared of. I've been wanting to start journaling and begin a book. Woohoo! Do it, Heather. It is time. This is your confirmation. This is your validation. You knew it. You knew it. But it's so different when you hear that validation, isn't it? Because we can know something or feel that we know something, but until we have it validated in one way or another, it doesn't feel 100%. And once we get that validation, it's like, yes, I knew it. I knew it. When you start getting those thoughts, that's your intuition. Trust it more. Trust it more, because it will never guide you in the wrong direction. It will never lead you astray. Your intuition is, it's right on. The only time that our intuition fails us is when we fail our intuition, when we fail to follow the messages or the signals that it gives us. That's when we end up going, in the wrong direction. But our intuition will never guide us astray. It's the most amazing thing. And the more you use it, the easier it is. The more you trust it, the stronger it gets. It's almost like a muscle. The more you use it, it's really gets strong and indestructible. So I want to thank everybody. Oh, here we go. Veronica said, I read Ruth's book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul, this week, and it was amazing. So validating and helpful. If you haven't read it already, do yourself a huge favor. Oh, thank you so much, Veronica. Thank you so, so much. When my whole intention behind writing that book, I was guided to for so long, but my intention was always that it would help somebody else who was going through the stuff that I was going through. And I am just so grateful, if my book can help anybody. It's just so worth everything that I went through to get to that point. Because I struggled a lot, through my spiritual awakening, and I had nobody to go to, no resources, nothing. So I was pretty excited and pretty, intentional that that's what I wanted my book to do, was to help somebody else that was going through that same thing. And, we all have experiences in life, with every different thing, and our experiences can always help somebody else. So always remember that, share your experiences with others, and who knows, you might be making a huge change in their life. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I am so very blessed and grateful to spend this time with you every week. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.
Don't don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.